So this is just an extension of yesterday's assignment. So you need to put your phone away.
I was looking to do this.
No, you're not. And I know that. You know that. Okay. So rational exponents. We talked a little bit about this yesterday, and we did things with an exponent of 1, like the top number of 1. So when you have, when you have something that has a fractional exponent and a number other than 1, the numerator tells you what kind of exponent you're dealing with. And the bottom, the denominator, tells you what kind of root you're dealing with. So if I were to write this as a radical, and we did this yesterday, I'm going to have the cube root of 8 to the exponent 2. Now, the thing with this is, awesome, Steve, you're great. Thank you so much. The thing with this, with radicals and roots, I guess those are the same thing. With radicals and exponents, you can do it in whatever order makes the most sense to you. So I always try to do the thing that's going to reduce it first or make it easier. What do you need, Major?
Is there graphic paper?
I have some, but you don't need it for this lesson.
I need to column it. I don't have it.
Yeah, me too.
Good. Thank you.
Okay, share it with Dion.
Bonus.
So for I think he's joking. Okay, so for this one, I'm going, okay, hi. 8's a perfect cube, so this time I'm going to apply the cube root first. So I'm going to do the cube root of 8, and then I'm going to square my answer. Both of these things are exactly the same. And you can check on your calculator, we'll get the exact same answer. So what's the cube root of 8? 2. And then, so that's 2, but then we got to square it. So what's my answer? 4. Easy peasy. Now, if we did it the other way, if we did it this way, where we do the squared first, what's 8 squared? 8 squared. You looking that up, Dion?
8 squared equals to 64.
Okay, but you need to put that away for right now. You know who is a great resource? That sister of yours.
No, she's not.
Does she yell at you?
She doesn't help me.
Doesn't help you.
Yeah, sister. Rahat, yo, you better come up.
Oh, shit. Yeah, Rahat, I wouldn't go there. So you can do the 64 first. What's the cube root of 64? Because 64 is a perfect cube.
It's 6. No, 4. It's 4.
Cube root. We're dealing with cube
16.
roots here.
16.
We're already done, but we're already done. So it doesn't matter which one you do, it's what numbers you're most comfortable with. So you can do either the root first and then square it, or you could have squared it and then done the root. Both ways will lead you to the exact same answer. Okay. Write 40 to the exponent 2/3 in radical form. Go.
Us?
Yep, you.
Oh, okay.
You guys.
So 10 to the power of 10, I can that 10g, because g is billion.
Oh, okay. You got this?
Yeah, we got it.
I got
Okay.
it.
No, 1 sec. Hold on, let's go.
No, I thought smart. I am, you know.
All right. So pretty easy, right? Like straightforward. Numerator tells you what kind of exponent you have. Denominator what tells you what kind of root you have. Okay? And you guys know that that name of that is an index. It has an index of 3. This has an exponent of 2 and an index of 3. The index is on the root. Okay, let's swap. Let's do it in the opposite order. I've given you, let's do this one. Let's write this as an exponent. So base number of 3 My numerator is going to be the exponent, so 5. And what is the denominator of that? 2, because it's a square root, so it's a 2. So that is the invisible. That's the invisible 2 on square roots. Everything else has a number on it, but. Okay, what's the next one?
Oh, the next one is going to be 25 squared divided by 3.
Okay, so let's change how, let's change how we said that, because you said 25 squared, and then divide by 3. So I would have squared the 25 and divided by 3, right? So our exponent is 2/3, right? Has an exponent of 2 and a root of 3. Pretty straightforward. We did this yesterday, so now we're just adding more information to it. More stuff.
I don't need it.
Okay, so evaluate means to calculate it out, like get it to an actual number. Where's Jacob's done? Get it to an actual number. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to deal with what we've got going on here. We've got the square root of 0.04, and that's cubed. So what do we want to do first? Do we want to square root it, or do we want to cube it first? Oh, you guys are crazy. I would have squared it first. I would have square rooted it because it's a perfect square. What place value is it in? It's in the hundreds. And is 4 a perfect square?
Yes.
Yeah. So what's that going to reduce to?
0.2.
Okay, but you guys wanted to cube it first. So I will follow your lead because we will get the exact same answer whether we do it my way or your way. So I'm going to use my handy dandy calculator and 0.04 to the exponent. Let me find my exponent button. Exponent 3. And that's why I didn't really want to cube it, because it's going to be a really weird number. Do you guys know how to read scientific notation?
Forgot.
Okay. So see how it's times 10 to the negative 5? So the negative 5 tells me, the negative tells me I'm moving my decimal place to the left. Because if you think of like a coordinate plane, the numbers are on the left-hand side. So this, and the 5 tells me I'm moving it. Negative tells me left, 5 tells me how many spaces. So I'm going to move this decimal point 5 units to the left. So I should have 4 zeros in front of the 6.
Yeah, maybe we should have just like say to like squaring that first.
And now we're going to square root it. Shift, square root, 0.123464. We're right back to where we began. Oh, sorry, I did the square root. I already did that. So 0.04 is my answer. Let me do it.
How do you get 0.08?
I didn't get 0.08. That says 4.
So then like 0.04, if you square it, equals to 0.0016. Not.
Oh, you're right. I must have hit the cube root. I hit the shift button. Sorry, that would make sense. Okay, so this is 0.008. I hit the cube root button instead of this. This isn't my favorite calculator. Got to be careful of that. I need an erasable pen. Look at all these mistakes I made. Now you could do it the other way, and I saw this as a perfect square. So when I square rooted it, it's going to make my number smaller. So I did it this way. I square rooted it. Well, I didn't. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to square root it first, and when I do the square root, I get 0.2. And then I'm going to cube that. And I get the exact same answer. And I did it in the same number of steps, so you get the exact same answer.
But just this one is like doesn't go for negative wheel. Like the next one. The next
Okay.
one is more easier, simpler.
Yeah, the next one's more easier, simpler. I like it. Okay, let's hope I don't screw this one up. All right, so B, we're going to write that as what? What kind of root are we going to have? A cube root? Yep. And it's going to be to the exponent 4. So we're going to have, ooh, gotta turn on my pen, the cube root of
81.
27 to the exponent 4. So I'm actually going to do the cube root first, because I'm going to get a smaller number. I don't want to do 27 to the exponent 4 first. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to do the cube root of 27 first, and then I'm going to do the exponent of 4. So I can recognize, or I've been doing this long enough that I recognize that 27 is a perfect cube, and so that'll give me 3, and 3 to the exponent 4 is 81. Okay. You still looking up number lines? No, we've moved on now. All right, what do I do with this decimal 1?
Oh, I know more than 2/5.
Okay, so the first thing I have to do is I got to convert that to a fraction. So I got to convert it to a fraction first. So that's going to be 4 over 10, and then I reduce it to 2/5. So this is going to be negative 32 to the exponent 2/5. So what kind of root do I have? A 5th root. Can I take the 5th root of negative 32?
Yes.
Yes, I can. It's a negative number, but what kind of index is it? It's odd, right? So you can do it with negative numbers. So that's going to give me a negative 2. Negative 2 squared is,
Negative 2.
hopefully it's
Positive 4.
positive 4.
Wait, put that in brackets.
Pardon?
Put that in brackets.
Put what in brackets? My 4?
No, that is good. That's good. You're supposed to put that in brackets. Because if you don't put it in brackets, then you're going to get a negative 4.
Good answer. Yes.
You're
Good
both-
job.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Good job. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so one decimal 4. So 1 decimal 4 into a fraction. What place value do you have there? What place value do you have there? For if you're in the tens. So just keep the number, drop the decimal, and put it over your place value. So what do we got going on there?
1410.
No, we're going to reduce it. 7/5.
Yep.
Because we took a 2 out of both of them. We took a common factor. So we're going to have 1.8 to the exponent 7/5. And that's going to give me the 5th root of 1.8 to the exponent 7. Guys, 18. That's not a perfect 5th. But I wonder if I exponent it first. Will that give me a perfect one? Let's try that first. So 1.8 to the exponent 7. Ooh. That doesn't help at all, does it? No.
Wait, hold on. 1.8. Oh, no, that's not.
Yeah, it doesn't, like, that's not a perfect 5th or anything like that. So it looks like we're going to end up with some sort of irrational number here, which is okay. So maybe let's do the 5th root I'll do the 5th root of 1.8. That gives me that. And then I'm going to do that to the exponent 7. Did you guys get that? Irrational number or rational number? Irrational. Irrational. Okay, word problem. Easy peasy. You've been given a formula. Biologists use the formula B equals 0.01 m to the exponent 2/3 to estimate the brain mass, B in kilograms, of a mammal with a body mass in kilograms. So B represents the brain, M represents the body mass. Estimate the brain mass in each animal. Okay, so the husky has a body mass of 27 kilograms. So is that the B or is that the M? That is the M, because that's the body mass. Yes, order of operations, absolutely. So B equals 0.01, 27 to the exponent 2/3. Okay, let's dig into order of operations. What do we do first? Exponents. So we got to deal with that exponent first. So B equals 0.01. I'm going to change that into a radical. So the cube root of 27 squared. So what's the cube root of 27?
Oh, good.
3.
Yeah, 3.
And 3 squared is 9. We agree with that? Thank you. I appreciate that. So the brain mass is 0.09, and brain mass is estimated in kilograms.
That's a small, stupid brain, I guess.
Well, it's not like it weighs, the dog doesn't weigh a lot. So its brain's not going to weigh half of its body mass. Ours doesn't. So, how much does a human brain weigh?
We could do that right now. A human weighs how much pounds? 200, right? Whoa, what?
I just asked.
Maybe, okay.
Oh, 200 pounds, but this is in kilograms.
Okay, so like 100?
Okay. Let's do polar bear. How much does their brain weigh? Oh, okay. Okay, now we get a polar bear. So he's significantly bigger than a husky. I love that you guys haven't copied down any notes today.
I did.
I did.
Don't actually need to my notes.
Okay,
No, I'm
so
not joking. Literally, look.
that's still our math.
I took notes.
Anything on the second side? No?
Yeah, look.
Oh, okay, okay. I didn't.
It's like that time when I was watching the show, I think you didn't believe that I had and I would finish, but I was actually finishing my work. Thank you.
So is 200 a perfect cube?
No.
No,
No, it's not.
it's too high of a number.
It's too high of a number. And if we were to square it, what would it be?
40,000.
40,000. Is 40,000 a perfect cube?
No.
Probably.
I don't know.
It's because it's too high of a number.
It's probably a square root.
Where do you get the 2/3 from?
It's in the formula.
Yeah, but like,
It's
where
because-
did they get that from?
because-
Some biologists probably did a lot of stat collecting.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
That's somebody's job, future.
Feel bad with you up
Well, like, notes. Miscalculated.
0.3 centuries, what the heck?
Oh,
no hecking, man.
Man, how'd you get 5.84?
I did the cube root of 200. Did you do the square root of 200?
Yeah, the square root of 200 is equals to 40,000.
But
Why did you do
what's
square
my
root?
denominator? Hey,
Why did you do square root? There's a cube there.
he does make a good point, right? The denominator tells me what kind of root I got.
It's cube. Cube, not.
Yeah, I did a cube. I did 40,000 cubed.
Oh, okay, and I'm doing 200 cubed, and then I'll square my answer.
Oh.
So we'll end up in the same place. We'll end up in the same place for hat.
Well, where did you get 5.8 by the way?
But I did explain that to you, Rahat.
He cube rooted it. Rock. I'm sorry, Miss Gallen.
I doubt it.
What?
what did he say?
Why did
That's
I
the first
doubt
time
it?
I've ever heard you actually say sorry to someone.
He said it like 6 times.
Insulted.
Okay, all right, okay, gentlemen. Whoa,
Whoa.
we're just all working out here.
I
So,
can take that.
Rahat, I cubed rooted it first,
Oh.
and you would know that because the squared's still there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right?
I couldn't see the square sign. That gives me a heart
We'll round to this hundredths place. I think that's probably good. And I need my units of measure. I was marking trig tests, and you guys were really awesome at putting your units of measure in, which I very much appreciate.
Average class mark.
Minus 71%.
Oh, shit.
Okay,
attack.
that's it. That's all.
I got
Wait,
it.
did you get them back?